Hundred Mob in the building. You already know what it is with me, Raccoon Body. I'm back up in here. Diamonds in the dirt, nigga. Straight up, you can stream it now. It's on Tubi, Prime Video, and Apple TV. Diamonds in the Dirt too. You know what I mean? With the most notable BR artists up there, man, you need to go ahead on and tap in with this, nigga. We gonna drop the link below. You know what I mean? Watch the documentary, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And get some game. You know what I'm saying? Real down south game, man. You already know how we do it up on the Real Field TV. If you see Top Cat 100 promoting it and behind it, you need to go ahead on in the corner and listen to it or look at it, nigga. Straight up and down. Now I feel something in my shoulders. Shit! That's what I got in my shoulders. Yeah, straight up and down. I can't hold my hands to myself. Nah, we want to talk about Realbleeda. Straight up, it's on a Realbleeda. Because he causing waves in the city and he turning up right now. Now, we know about all the controversies surrounding Realbleeda, and we see Realbleeda out here, but we talking about the music right now. We talking about the positivity. You niggas want to try to go left, and y'all want to try to talk about the BS and the messy stuff. We not here to do that, nigga, straight up and down. We here to talk about him as an artist. We here to talk about what he doing for the kids, nigga, and we talking about his influence. And right now, coming up, the youngest person out of BR right now that had the most influence to me, and from what I see and from what, you know, is reciprocated to me, is Realbleeda, nigga, straight up and down. Now, we gonna get into a little bit on things he can tweet and things that, you know what I mean, that's just our opinion, nigga. Our opinion don't matter to him or nobody else, really. But we gonna speak our opinion, nigga, because that's what the platform for, nigga, and I'm gonna speak mine. And I just feel like, you know, it's a lot of young people that's looking up the Realbleeda. It's a lot of people that's giving him props. And it's just not anybody. We're talking about the kids, man. He coming through, he giving stuff to kids. He looking out for kids. You know what I mean? And, you know, they really looking up to him. And, you know, he's showing up and actually giving the kids game and, you know, looking out for them. You know, when we talk about anything contributing to the schools and motivation for them kids to get where they need to get in life, man. You know what I mean? Now, you could say Realbleeda songs and stuff like that are, you know, type messages that you don't necessarily go to schools to promote the kids. But you got to look at it like this. This is the chance for us to come up here and to put our little 2 cents up on it, man. Because maybe it could be more kid-friendly songs in the mix now that you know that you got their ear. You know what I'm saying? And Realbleeda is going to be who he is. You know what I'm saying? This is be lucky he doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, actually trying to reach out to the kids. Because things like this ain't promoted with Realbleeda, you know? And things like this ain't promoted when we talk about the bleeders in general. They always talking about, you know, the opposite side and stuff like that. And they always talking about, you know, everybody adversaries, but they not never talking about, you know, the things that, you know, get across to the kids, which is the motivation for them to know that they could do something better to get up out the situation that they in. And that's what Realbleeda bring. You know, all he got to do is just tweak his message a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we know it's going to be people that's going to be adversaries of him. And, you know, we know he going to talk how he going to talk. But at the end of the day, when we look at stuff that he doing within music and stuff like that, after taking all the losses that he took, we see him, we see perseverance, man. We talk about somebody that came up out the gravel with this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we got people up on the opposite side of what he on that's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? We all trying to do the same thing. And let's get ahead to feed our families and to stack this bag, nigga. And that's what it is, man. So it's like Realbleeda, when we talk about his music, it's touching a whole nother genre of people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when we talk about them genre of people, we talking about a lot of the kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to keep our eyes on. So Realbleeda is in the right direction as far as an artist and what he putting out. It's just that he need to tweak it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, change a, you know, new leaf to the point where he could turn up. He can still talk his talk, but it ain't always got to be necessarily based on ops. You know what I'm saying? Now he making a lot of industry connections and a lot of industry attention. He got billboards up in the city. We see him moving forward. So we don't want to pull back by keep on, rooting on the op music. You know what I'm saying? Cause he linking with Lou Wop and Fredo Bang is pushing peace. But it seems like people keep on speaking up on this saying that they pushing peace only on one side. You know, and I don't know that to be all the way true because we don't know what everybody thinking. I'm trying to, maneuver things to where I can get people on the platform to talk about certain things in depth. But Realbleeda right now is on the right direction. He looking out for the kids. He a new staple in BR, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people came up out his pack. You know what I'm saying? And he's standing out right now. And not to say that the other members not, but right now, Realbleeda got the influence out of the bleeders. You know what I'm saying? If True Bleeder had been here, who knows what could have really happened. You know what I'm saying? But, True Bleeder had to be a little bit younger than him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everything happened for a reason. And, Realbleeda holding on that bleeder flag. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no disrespect to nobody, but we trying to magnify the good in every situation.